What's up guys, Dragon Royce here. So we're gonna review this new WP model 01A and 01B. So it comes in 2 packs. This is actually the full copy of the SH Figuarts Jeice. So let's first open the 01A box, which is the body inside, and it has all the hand accessories and the red fox head. So this is actually called the red fox figure, aka Jeice or Jeice. And here is the 01B box, which comes all of the heads and other face accessories, which includes 2 Dragon Balls and the Ginyu head. So it has the 1-star Dragon Ball and the 2-star Dragon Ball here. Probably they're gonna put 2 for each of the Ginyu characters and 1 for the last one, whichever is that. So the face sculpt is really nice. Decals are really printed good, but it has a unique faceplate that's not in the SH Figuarts. And here we have the Ginyu Goku head, which is a direct copy. So it's just one piece. The hair can't be separated, the face sculpt cannot be separated, and the peg hole is printed nicely because my SH Figuarts 1 was melted. For the Ginyu Geiger counter, it was actually stained with white paint. So I've cleaned this up, buffed, and coated again with clear glossy coat, and it's now looking pretty good. And you can put his head on the body, very easy, unlike with my SH Figuarts copy, which can't be inserted because the peg hole was melted. So I just used blue tack, but this one, it's a really good print, but the plastic quality might be a little bit darker compared to the usual faceplate of Goku, maybe due to the plastic, or I can't remember if this is the actual skin tone. But however, this is a really nice copy. The decals are printed well. And now let's take a look at the main figure itself, which is Jeice or Jeice. And it seems like it's really looking nice. It's exactly the copy of SH Figuarts. Firstly, let's talk about the arms. So initially it was a little bit squeaky on the right arm, but with a little bit of shock oil, it's smoother now. However, the left arm was really not moving, even if I pouring a lot of shock oil in it, because it's actually the peg inside that needs fixing. So I will show you how I did it, and now it's really smooth compared to how I got it. Initially it was really stuck, barely moving at all, but after this fix, look how I can move it really smooth with no issues. So first you have to move the shoulder pads so we can take out the parts of this arm. So you have 3 pieces here: the main forearm, deltoid, and the biceps. But for the one on the shoulder, you're gonna just leave it there. You don't need to do anything with that. And the main one is this forearm's stick peg. So what I've used is a 600 grit sand with foam, and then 1 round with 3 strokes on each side, and then 800 grit, 2 rounds with 3 strokes on each side. But I suggest you do it gradually from 600, then try to test it, and then do another round with 800 grit, test it again. If it's still squeaky or not moving, do the last round of 800 grit, and it should be really smooth after that, just like how mine is now really smooth. So problem fixed there. And it's very easy to attach. Just make sure the anatomical position are correct. So just look at your own arm to see if your biceps are facing the correct way. And there you go. We now have a very smooth bicep swivel. So I hope that helps and you don't have to worry anymore if you get some kind of issue like this in the future. And let's go ahead to the full articulation. So the neck can be rotated a little bit. Of course, the shoulder pads go up and down. No issues there. And the arms can raise to the sides with no issues. And you can also do a full 360 rotation on both arms. So no issues on the left and no issues on the right. So the joints are good here. And of course the bicep swivels that we have fixed, and it's now really smooth. And we have double jointed elbows, and we also have rotation on the wrists and hinge joint. Mine, the left one is a little bit loose but workable. For the torso joint, it's really smooth, no issues there. You can pull this up and down. For the waist, you can rotate it, no issues there. And also it's still using a 2.0 body, so it has the bikini cut on the crotch, and you can raise the leg to the front and back, so front split, so good. And you can also move it to the side to do a split, so just like so, because of the design we have there. So the 2.0 crotch is limiting that, it can't be tucked in just like other 2.0s. And we have thigh swivel, and we have double jointed knees. Both sides are good, nothing loose there. The boot cannot be rotated, but we have ankle rocker, and toe hinge joint. Very minimal on the toe. And that's all for the articulations. It's gonna be 7 to 8 over 10 for that. For the head, it was really hard to put on, so you'll have to heat up the hole in the neck with a hair blow dryer just to make it easier, and because we don't want to break anything. You can move around the hairpiece at the back up and down, and just a little bit of rotation. However, it's a little bit heavy, not sure if it's the same weight as the SH Figuarts, but it's just gonna be staying down because the hinge joint is not holding it up. The figure can still stand on its own without any support, so you just need to find the balance. But I find it easier if you put this scouter case. Overall, it looks really nice, and you just need to be careful on the shoulder pads when the head is connected, because it might fall off if you move it around like this. And especially, it's not really that tight because it's a swappable piece on the figure. So this figure is a really nice to have figure, especially if you had no chance of getting the SHF one, because the price is now really high for this figure in the Tamashii version. But since we now have this option, you can get it a lot cheaper, around $40 to $50. It depends on where you're gonna buy it, but for me, I have purchased this about 2,500 in pesos. Philippine money, if you are in the Philippines, I have a shop link to Leo Shop in my description. So it is a must-have, and overall, even though the plastic quality is not that on par with the SH Figuarts, it's still an acceptable quality for the price, and the print is really good for a bootleg copy. And on top of that, it comes with a better version of the head sculpt of Ginyu Goku, because it is not melted. So it is gonna stand out in your display, and no one will notice that this is actually a WP model because it looks exactly the same. And we're probably gonna get a bunch of this to complete the full set of Ginyu Force. And I hope they just improve the joints a little bit, because we are getting, if not too tight, It's a little bit loose. Mine had a looser hinge joint on the left hand, but it's fine with me for the price. It's acceptable that we get some sort of QC like this. So that's about for this review. I'm probably gonna give this a 7 to 8 out of 10 for the whole quality, lightness, playability, and everything seems to be on point here. It's a good buy for the price. So that's all, and I hope this review has been helpful. Cheers! Dragon Roy signing out. Bye.